Hypixel Skyblock players woke to quite a fright today. Not only was there a massive balance patch which changed one of the most core ways of dealing bonus damage in the game, but many had their entire talisman bags worth hundreds of millions of coins potentially wiped off the face of the earth. My name is Derailious and today's video is immensely important. But before we get into any of that, I want to say thank you guys for all the support recently, as it really does mean a ton. But only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you could hit that button down below, it really would mean a ton, as we are less than 5,000 subscribers away from YouTube rank. Without any further ado though, let's get right into the video. Starting off with probably the most important news we're going to be talking about all week, we have to discuss the Talisman Wipe. Basically how this happened was that a new update was attempted to be pushed early this morning. This update included a bunch of quality of life stuff and was supposed to include a larger talisman bag. This was the important part, as basically, players who went to new lobbies as this update was coming out had their entire talisman bags wiped. This includes everything inside of them, and this did seem to be permanent. Some people were claiming that this was just a visual bug, and that the API was still there for them, basically meaning that the talismans weren't actually wiped anywhere but visually. People were still immensely scared over this though, and rightfully so, and the entire server was put into maintenance. The admins released a couple statements about this whole thing, and have stated that everyone will be getting refunded for the talismans they potentially lost. It's kinda sad to see a bit of incompetence here. I would have liked to see this not happen at all, and for the update to have been a little bit more tested before it came out, but at the very least, them refunding everyone is a good thing. These types of wipes do happen every once in a while in MMOs, and it's great to see them taking steps to not just make sure that everyone gets their stuff back, but hopefully make sure something like this never happens again. These past few days have been pretty hard on the admin's reputation, so I hope they are able to mend that fractured sort of relationship with the player base, and it looks like they're taking steps in the right direction. Meanwhile, while all this talisman stuff was happening, people noticed that sword swapping no longer worked in any of these new lobbies. This was a major piece of news, as no nerf to sword swapping was ever announced, and it was kinda presumed to just be a part of the game. No one really thought it was unintentional, and archers pretty much entirely relied on it to deal amazing amounts of damage. Currently, due to the talisman rollback, we have seen the return, at least for a little while, of sword swapping. The admins have stated though that they will be nerfing it in the very near future, so be on the lookout for that. I really do wish we got some word about this before it actually happened, and a lot of people are now panic selling things like giant swords and bone meringues. I'm not an archer, so I can't really comment on how big of a nerf this is, but for other types of content, notably, Rev Tier 5, this is a pretty major nerf. I think that they should have talked to the player base about this a little bit beforehand, perhaps included it in a balancing patch v2, before just doing it randomly as part of another larger update. I honestly think this is a massive nerf at the very least, and I want to hear what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Tell me what you think. Aside from all of that, this update was meant to include some stuff for the day 1 patch, notably decreasing the treasure tracker's time between uses, and some other important things, notably increasing the mob loot in Master Mode dungeons. Although this update could have been really great for the game, adding a new addition for the talisman bag, it was executed incredibly poorly. Honestly, the fact that there was a wipe glitch within minutes of the update coming out kinda shows that it wasn't tested super hard, and although it's great that they're actually refunding people for this, the fact that that was even a thing in the first place is a major problem as a whole. I really think that these updates need to be tested a little bit more, as it's the third time in the last week that an update has to be partially or fully reverted just because of a major issue with it. Stuff like this happening has been occurring more and more, and honestly, it's just really sad to see. Hopefully they learn a lesson from this, and I think they're starting to, especially considering that if this happened a few months ago, nobody would have been refunded. I'll probably leave a comment down below when the refunds actually go through, and let's hope something like this never happens again. Honestly, at the very least, this update had potential to be pretty interesting for the game as a whole, even if it shook up the meta quite a lot. I really think archer items could have used a buff as part of this sword swapping stuff, but we'll just have to wait and see how it's implemented. At the end of the day though, this major wipe glitch is a huge hit to this update as a whole, and it will probably go down in memory as one of the worst implemented updates we've ever seen. I really hope the admins take something and learn from this, And in reality, it looks like they are, as they're already talking about refunding players who lost items. I think this is a major step in the right direction for the game, and I hope nothing like this ever happens again. In reality though, we'll just have to wait and see how it proceeds from here. Overall though, my name is Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, please make sure to like and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out everybody.